Command task, two people called me, and Gino had an interaction with me. He started to tease me. And
Okay.
I told Gino, with 11 attempts, you cannot make it. So you have some really some hard personality issues.
Big fault.
You are having some
Uh,
problem, big fault with
uh,
11 attempts. Okay, so what do you change? And what do you believe that you will make it in this attempt? Then what do you change? I told the same thing. I have heard from the other batch students, other batch candidates. They told that in Jalandhar usually you will get waiting time.
hmm,
So I thought I have given decent performance. So I'll get waiting time.
okay.
So chess number six were having waiting time. He was really good. He concluded the GPE and he was really good. So he got some waiting time. So I thought, okay, I will also get waiting time. I was waiting for a long waiting time. So what happened? Within 1 minute they called me.
All your emotions, feelings.
So I got emotionally disturbed. Okay, so this time also I'm confident zone.
Don't even
So I have
consider for me discussion.
continuous five screens.
You got 5 times screened out consecutively. What kept you motivated to join the forces even after 5 consecutive screen outs? जय हिंद दोस्तों, स्वागत है आपका एक नए वीडियो में. इन दिस वीडियो वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस अबाउट जीनू's experience. Okay, so Ginu recently got recommended from SSB Jalandhar for SSC TECH 63. And first of all, Ginu, congratulations for your merit in recommendation and medically fit for in one go.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so Ginu, for our audience, can you just give your brief introduction, like your name, native place, your educational qualification, number of SSB attempts, and like all these things?
Yes, sir. I'm Ginu Xavier. My native is Thuthukudi, and I did my schooling in Thuthukudi. After that, I got shifted to Chennai. Did my graduation in civil engineering in Chennai only. And after that, I decided to give competitive exams and started to give AFCAT, Coast Guard, and CTS. Then my SSB attempts varies. Started with around 2023. I started my SSB journey. My first attempt was in AV, and after that, I gave 12 attempts. I got recommended in 12th attempt, eight spin-outs, and fourth conference I made it. So this is something about me.
Okay, so you gave around 12 attempts in which you got 4 times conferences you attended and like 8 times screened outs.
Yeah, eight times spin-out.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
a perfect example of grit and determination and art of never giving up. So, like, there is a lot to learn from you, Ginu. So, like, today we are going to discuss about your experience about this particular attempt. And Ginu also attended my SSB workshop related to stage one. So, we are going to discuss that as well, how that workshop helped him, like, in his this particular attempt. Okay, so Ginu, we are going to start with the screening part and we
Yes,
will
sir.
deep dive into psych, personal interview, and GTO part. And finally, we'll conclude our session with the conference. Okay, so let's discuss about your experience related to our SSB Stage 1 workshop. How was it and how it helped you in your SSB?
So initially, I know that I'm a potential candidate, but I have problem with this screening. So
Okay.
I was searching for some good quality screening workshop. At that time, my friend referred, you can just try this screening workshop for once because I got number of screen notes.
Yeah.
So I decided to take your workshop. I first joined your Telegram channel.
Okay.
Then I took this workshop and it was really useful. Daily, it kept me consistent throughout my preparation. And before the SSB, before the Jalandhar attempt, my 12th SSB, last week I was fully engaged with this program and it helped me a lot. And screening, it was good. And you were sharing me that OIR booklets. Those were really good. I practiced a lot in OIR. We had that batch of people to practice screening again and again. The story corrections we made, it made me a little bit confident. And screening was easy. This time I was very much confident that after giving my performance, I know that I will get screened definitely. So it was really good.
Okay, so like Ginu, we also discussed about the various concepts related to story writing, do's and don'ts, what all things we need to keep in mind while writing the stories. Did you implement all these concepts during your psych test as well in TAT?
Yes. Stat, it really helped me. So TAT, the important aspect of psych is TAT. So 70 to 80%, the weightage is from TAT. So TAT, the action part, now I discovered that actions are really important. So you give the template of arranging a program, organizing that meeting, everything, that 14, 15 templates.
Yeah.
Around 7 to 8 stories were revolving around that. That standard templates.
Okay.
So nothing new. Yeah, each and every pictures were repeated pictures. It was very comfortable. Psych, no, we did not get any stress. It was very easy to go. Psych was really good.
Okay, so you got similar kind of pictures we discussed, and like from your experience as well. You had a lot of
Yes, sir.
experience related to the pictures you got in various attempts. Okay, so Gino, you got All India rank 23, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so you are ready to join OTA Gaya.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so fine. Let's start this discussion with the screening part. So you attended my screening workshop, and after that, you just gave this SSB. So what happened in your screening part? Like, how was the OIR? What all booklets you got, and what was the picture, and what was your story?
Yes, sir. So starting with the screening part, first is the two logical reasoning test. We got that OIR booklet 169 and 170.
Okay.
And you made us aware of that. You told that in Jalandhar board and Allahabad board, they are giving that 169 70. If that is the case, prepare well for the board mass. I was ready for it. So it was pre-planned. 169 70. It boosted my confidence very much.
Yeah.
So after giving that, there was a picture related to some medical campaign.
Okay.
It was an indoor environment. We had a doctor and a patient discussing a report and the background of some medical campaign.
Okay.
So you told me to write about some more and more actions.
Yeah.
You told that don't go with that common story. All with go with that rural background. So some medical campaign. So you told that little bit be different.
Yeah.
So I decided to go with some person is suffering from like minute cold infection. So they are the doctor told him to take some report blood test. So he found that the patient is having some spike in immunoglobulin content. So what are the remedies? Not to consume legumes, to do breathing exercise, to do meditation, to do regular jogging, and actions were related to this. And after that, he got recovered and he carried his regular work. That's it, nothing more. But the story was very much different from other stories.
Yeah, majority of these students must have made story related to medical camps in the village areas,
Medical
in
campaign.
rural areas, and blood donation camp and all these stuff.
Yes,
So,
sir.
which is a regular
Yes, sir.
story. So you have to stand out wherever
Yes,
possible.
sir.
Okay, so this was your screening part. Like, how was your individual narration and GD? Like, we
Narration,
practiced a
no,
lot.
yes. Narration, I was very sure that we practiced a lot because prior to that attempt, for a complete week, I was attending a workshop. And after that, immediately I went to that attempt. Narration, I did not fumble. No fumbling, nothing.
Crisp
Straight,
and clear.
perfect, flawless, crisp and clear narration. And it impacted the group in GD also. They started to point me.
They
That
started
was really
listening
good.
your points. Like Gino is
Yes,
there.
yes, it
Gino's
happened.
presence is there. Gino is a good person. Like we need to hear his points.
Yes, maybe. It influenced all and it happened easily. So
Okay.
I was standing out in the group and people started to listen and it was very smooth.
Okay. Perfect start for the SSB. Okay. So like how many candidates reported and how many got screened in?
180 candidates reported, 24 got screened.
Okay, you got screened in out of 180 candidates.
Yes,
Nice.
sir.
Okay. Very good, Gino. So it was all your hard work in screening part. So now let's move towards the psych. Okay, psych plays a very crucial role, although all the three techniques are very important and holds equal importance in the selection in SSB. So first of all, let's deep dive into psych. Okay, so in psych, if we talk about in particular TAT, thematic perception test, which plays a crucial role around 70 to 80% weightage it carries for the psych. So how's your TAT part?
That part, so after workshop also, I had a lot of conversation with you. I was keep on asking doubt in that part because I know that I'm missing in psych. So
Yeah,
I decided to take notes from you and you gave me some guidelines. And you gave the template of that 14 to 15 stories. I had that. I had clear notes of it.
yeah.
Then after that, after getting screened in, I know that if I read something today, it will impact tomorrow.
Hmm.
So for 2 hours, really, I kept on reading those things. So
Yeah.
next day, everything was around, the pictures were around organizing something.
Okay.
So I had template for that. So it was smooth. No other pictures were negative.
Hmm.
Like we don't have anything different from repeated pictures in
Hmm.
Jalandhar. So it was very easy to write stories
Can you
around
just
the
give
characters.
few examples like with the stories, if you can recall, like the stories, pictures you got in your SSB and on what all themes you made stories?
I remember an individual person standing with his shirt, some adjusting his collar button, something like that. In that story, I went. He's working in some garment factory. The production of the sale was shirts were not good, so he enquired and had discussion with the customers and the sales team. He got to know that the fitting of the shirt is not good. So he decided to. He got suggestions from the customers and other person how to improve it. So he's saying the material, saying the tailor, the outfit, and giving some more design, adding some good fabrics, like those things on action, how to improve that shirt. So
Okay.
he was doing something with shirt, so I made the shirt as the main story.
Yeah.
Secondly, a person standing on a bridge that I remember. And
Mm.
as I'm from civil background, I wrote that with a civil engineering background. Like he need to complete the bridge within specific time due to
Mm.
some issue. I went with that. I don't remember the actions. I wrote some
Yeah.
actions on how he constructed the bridge there.
Mm.
Then a person running towards a village.
Mm.
I wrote like nothing was shown, no characters were shown, only one person,
Mm.
and no, his face expressions were not there because he was turning
Mm.
away from us.
Mm.
So no, so I neutrally went with he's going to meet his friends and the
Uh,
entire actions on how they spend time.
mm. Generally, in
Three, I
this
remember.
kind of pictures, majority of the candidates make stories related to some emergency. Like you made a very
Yes,
simple story. Like he was excited to meet his friends and he ran towards his home and he reached his home and like hugged his friends and as well. So all these things. Like others, what like majority of the candidates will do, they will introduce some problem or unnecessary like situation where this urgency is there. Why he's
yes.
like running towards this village. So this is the difference. You already stand out of the crowd. Okay. Any other examples you want to make?
Any other? I don't remember anything else. That
Okay,
I made
that's fine.
that
Yeah, what was your blank story, if you can recall?
blank story. I so it was my real experience. Me and my friends planned for a trip for a trekking.
Ah,
What happened? Due to some problem in our car, we could not reach there by time.
hmm,
Our friends were deciding that we should not go back. We came here. We were about to enjoy, so we cannot go back again. So what we did, we extended our trip and we went inside without the help of car.
okay.
I dropped my phone, so it was little bit adventurous. So I
Okay.
shared that experience. But I was planning for other stories. But due to this 11 that stories impact, something happened and I started to write that story. It was completely out of the cold.
Okay, okay. Fine.
Suddenly plans changed.
Yeah. Okay. So this is all about PAT part, okay, which carries around 70 to 80% of your psych. After this comes the VAT. Okay, word association test. How was it? How like you attempted like 11 times before this particular SSB and you attended three conferences. What was the difference between this like this time like approach towards the psych, specifically TAT, VAT, like this, compared to the previous
So,
attempts?
so only one thing I made. Uh, I'll think little bit. Think for example, if there is stat, I'll think for at least 40 to 1 minute. Think about it. What are the resources there? What is going on? What would be the situation? So I'll think about that, and after that, I'll write a story with full confidence. I don't rethink it.
Okay.
So it worked a lot, and unnecessarily, I don't take nothing. If there is no problem, nothing is shown, I don't take anything.
No need to introduce
I'll keep my
unnecessary
story.
problems. Yeah.
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay.
So this is the thing I changed. This helped a lot.
Okay. Fine. What about word association test? How was it and how did you approach this time?
That see, basically, it's full of constants I wrote. What I did is generally I started to write. Started to write in a positive aspect.
Yeah.
Like if there is anything, I don't want to avoid this. I don't want to avoid them. Just
Avoid
taking
word.
stress and avoiding the negative words.
Yeah.
Like writing good words for the neutral and positive words, and taking that negative word also not avoiding them. That's it.
Okay. Okay.
Writing it positive words. The character I need to be. That's it.
Okay. Okay. Can you just give few examples if you can recall, like what all words were there and what all sentences you made, if you can recall?
For example, drink was there.
Huh.
I wrote like people who drink 3 liters of water are healthy than others.
Yeah.
Simple things.
Okay. Okay. And how many VATs you attempted?
Only two words I left. That too with time did not permit.
Okay.
58. Two
Due
I
to
left.
time constraints, like you missed out on last two words.
No, no, sir. In between I left.
Okay. In between you left.
In between.
Okay. Fine. Okay. So like, how was SRT? How many SRTs you attempted?
SRT 54.
54 SRTs. Quite a good
Yes, sir.
number. So like, how did you approach? How you write SRTs? Like you were able to reach to 54. This is a good number.
So SRTs, I don't think a lot. Just respond to the. No, I don't think a lot. Just respond to the situation. What is going on there? Just give a complete response. That's it. How I will react. That's it. That
Okay.
too in a practical way. No heroism, nothing.
Okay. Fine. So let's move towards the SDT part, self description test. Okay, so like you copy pasted the same similar like self description test from your previous SSBs, or you made something new for this particular attempt?
No, sir, I did not make anything new. I just pasted, one or two qualities I changed, nothing more.
Okay, so like how
Because
did you prepare your self description test?
I asked opinion with my friends, parents, and the mentors.
Okay, okay, so you discussed
They
with
gave me
your
some suggestions and
uh,
I wrote that,
yeah, people around you.
discussed with them.
Okay, fine. So this is all about psych. So you were feeling confident about your psych test after giving it?
Yes, sir. I was confident about my psych.
Okay, so like let's move towards the interview part. After psych, like when was your interview was scheduled?
On the same day, day two, psychology on the same day.
Okay, okay. So let's talk about interview. What happened in your interview, and like what all questions asked?
Interview was very nothing new. Similar questions, no, the pre-planned questions, CIQ, our background, our achievements, what we did in school, teachers who impressed us, who does not impress us, our best friends, qualities we like, same questions. I
Okay,
had prepared answers for those things,
okay,
and in interview, I had a strength of civil engineering.
okay,
The interviewer started to ask more and more about civil engineering.
okay,
So I don't know why but it was very simple, basic questions, but depth concepts. I would able to answer that. It
okay,
started to give more confidence in interview.
okay. So you
So you were
prepared
asking
these
about some.
basic questions related to your branch.
No, sir. I was
Okay,
preparing for different aspect, but
okay,
he was very basic.
okay, okay.
So I just recalled the things that happened in college, my project and all. It helped a lot.
Okay. Any other questions like you feel that like troubling questions and how you tackled those questions?
He was asking about my hobby,
Okay.
fish keeping. One of my hobby was fish keeping. He started to ask more and more about it.
Okay, okay.
And I showed I have collections of fighter fishers. So Ginu, why you want to take those fishers, fighter fish? What do they do? They usually fight with others and they live in separate bottles. I told this. He told that okay, nature of the fish is to live happily. Why are you catching this fish and putting inside the bottle and tossing that? That created little bit stress. And I
You're
told
also thinking something fishy is going on here.
that so I started. That's the nature of the fish is like that. So it is an aesthetic fish. I don't fight. I don't make the fish to fight for aesthetic purpose. I have it in my home.
Okay.
So I manage like that.
You covered this question like this only.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes.
like there is a one basic question which is generally asked from all the repeaters. Ki, what were the major reasons behind your non-recommendation in your previous attempt? Did he ask this question to you?
He asked this question.
Like how
Yes.
how you tackled this question?
This was very simple because what I feel is because of my confidence I was lacking. So this time I told without hesitation I'm approaching each and every task and answering it.
Hmm.
Very simple. I told that I improved my confidence.
Okay,
I'll take stand on only one decision, or if I decide something, I'll do that only. So that is
okay,
the thing I change.
okay.
Nothing more.
Fine, fine. So one more question related to interview only. Like this is a very like famous and very important question. Why do you want to join armed forces and specifically army? So like, what was your answer to this question?
For this question, I told, sir, I'm really potential and a capable candidate, but if I'm into some environment that is shaping me and it challenges me in a positive way, I'll start to grow. My achievements and my career growth will be too great. So I believe that entering into army will benefit me as well as the organization. That's it.
Okay, really nice, sir. Like this environment of defense will help you to grow further and utilize your full potential. Okay,
Yes,
really
sir.
nice.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so anything else you want to tell our audience related to your personal interview, and how did you prepare this time for this personal interview? Anything different you did?
Personal interview, I most of the questions are we get from internet, we get from books. So
CIQs and
70 to 80% of questions are PIQs and all. I kept on writing answers for that. Then I'll record my voice and check whether it is convincing for me.
all.
If it is not convincing for me, definitely don't convince interviewer. So this
Yeah,
is something I did with respect to interview.
yeah.
And moreover, they check for your stress handling. Everyone cannot be perfect. So I
Mm,
also had some insecurities. He will point on that.
mm.
Just smile and handle it. That's
He
it.
will grill you. Like, "Oh, this is a very basic question.
Yes,
You
yes.
don't know about army. You don't know
No,
about this and that.
yes,
You are
yes.
from civil engineering.
Yes, yes,
You
yes.
spent 4 years and you don't know anything." Okay. So all these
Yes, sir.
questions. Anything related to army? Did he ask you?
Yes, sir. He was asking about army service. How many services are there? And tell me the organization. Tell me ranks. Basic questions. Like
Basic.
everyone will be knowing this. Very basic questions.
Okay, you answered all these questions.
Yes, sir. I was prepared about this. I had notes and I was ready for that.
Okay. So you got recommended from which board?
31 SSB.
31 SSB. Okay, okay, fine. Okay, so this is all about personal interview. And then comes the GTO part, the third technique. So GTO is divided into 2 days, day one and day two. First of all, let's discuss about the day one. And there is group discussion in the beginning. Okay. So how was your group discussion?
Group discussion. I had a problem with respect to my group because 1 to 8 chess number were the entire group. So 1 to 7 were in separate room.
Okay.
I got a different room. So chess number 8 was in different room. So there I had a problem because all started to mingle. They were having time because of psych and other interview also. I did not mingle a lot with them. So the next day they were very new to me.
Huh.
I had a 5 to 10 minutes of discussion with them. They were new to me, but these rest of all were already
Hmm.
familiar with all. So it was little bit hard initially to start the GD. So it started and GD I had little bit knowledge about that the topic.
Yeah.
So I read newspaper at least before SSB around 1 or 2 months. So I will take important points. So it helped me a lot to discuss that. And if second topic I got something, but I don't know a lot of about the topic. But I started to use the points of others. Started to counter it.
Okay,
So it
okay.
was related with that US and Israel some friendship.
Okay.
I had a little idea about that, but cannot. I started to use others points. GD
Okay.
was smooth.
Okay. So, like you managed in your first GD,
Manage
you had the knowledge about that particular topic and you gave
particular
your
point.
valuable points during the GD part. In second topic, you utilized the points given by the other candidates
Point for others.
and managed.
Yes, sir.
Okay, wonderful. Now let's move towards the GP, group planning exercise. So this is also one of the basic series test and important test for the GTO. And in GP, what
Yes, sir.
happens? Like in GD, there are certain candidates, those who are not participating. But when it comes to GP, everybody participates because everybody has its own
Yes, sir.
opinion regarding the solution. So how was your GP?
GP was good, but we had variety of solutions. It was really hard to cooperate with others and give a common solution. So and it was like I was completely different from the group. I want to. They wanted to take the injured man to some hospital. I wanted to treat him there. So some problems were there. I'm not sure what happened, but the group was against me. So they
Okay.
were giving 2 3 multiple solutions. I told that no 2 3 multiple solution. If you are relying on one solution, we should do that. So it started something. So I went like that, and finally group agreed with me.
Okay, so
They
you convinced the group. Okay.
because
That
they
is the
were not
turning
dwelling
point.
into 2 3 solutions. They were not pretty sure about the solution. They were giving 2 3 ideas. I told that if it is wrong, correct also wrong also, we should rely on only one solution. We start with that.
Yeah.
So group started to agree with me, and they named 2 chess numbers, me and my other chess number. So I told that okay, chess number other chess number can conclude. So he concluded.
Okay, so he concluded, and like the way you participated, you convinced and you showed your assertiveness towards your plan. So this was really good. Okay, so you gave the other candidate chance to speak. Okay, so what kind of problems you had in this GP, if you can recall?
GP problem. What we had is the first priority.
Yeah.
What I did is neglecting that what to tell that jewelry part, gold, those things I
Okay, okay,
neglected.
okay. Yeah.
That things basically common sense.
Hmm.
Some will have different thought process, but if you give a proper reason, so
Hmm.
this is the reason we should do this, they will get convinced. If you
Okay.
simply give your opinion, they won't agree. If you give some reasons because of this I'm doing this, they'll agree.
Okay, you have to give proper reasons to convince them.
Proper reason.
And those candidates, like in your group, if you want to convince them, you have to give solid reasons. Otherwise, they are not going to listen to you.
They are
They
yes
are
sir.
not going to cooperate and support you. Okay. Okay, so this is all about GP and your you nominated the other candidate. Although you and your friend got nominated for the
Yes
conclusion
sir.
of the GP. Okay, so you gave the a chance to him. Wonderful. So now let's move towards the other two important tasks, like which also comes under the category of basic series test for GTO. That is PGT and HGT, which is related to
Yes.
structure analysis. So, like, how was your approach? Like, you were in the middle of the region, like where all the actions were going on, you were left behind what was going on during the PGT and HGT?
PGT, I was starting. I gave ideas. What they did is they kept on talking about the ideas. What in the meantime, what I did, if I got any ideas and I believe that it will work, I'll implement that.
Okay, you started
So it helped
executing.
a lot. Started executing that.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Wonderful.
so here the important thing is here we should not hinder the group. If you have idea, you can take the group. If you don't have idea, you should not stand in the middle and you should not obstruct the group. So I followed this thing, and in two or three tasks in between, in third, while executing the third obstacle, I did not get any idea to tackle that. I left the group. I gave chances to group. I did not stand in the middle and keep on messing it around. So it was helping the group. All started to support me. If he is having really good ideas, he will show up. If not, he'll help with the group, like tying the knots and putting the fata, everything, not disturbing the group. If anyone is having good idea, I'll help with that. I'll proceed on that. So it was smooth. BGT was smooth.
Okay, so your group was cooperative.
Cooperative. They were really
Okay.
cooperative.
So, like, whenever you got the chance and you got the idea, you were implementing. Otherwise, you were allowing others to take part and give
Testing.
ideas and implement their ideas as well. So it was
Yes,
a
sir.
teamwork. And like you
Teamwork.
completed all the stages of the PGT, like one, two, three,
No,
four,
sir.
one.
Fourth one we did not complete.
Okay, fourth one was not completed. Fine. Okay, then comes the half group task. How was it?
Our group task it was simple. So we four were there in first of second second half of the group. So we were already cooperating in PGT. So we were it was easy.
Okay.
And the two people were wanted to tie the structure,
Okay.
but others two don't want to tie, just place it. It worked and it was really easy.
Okay.
Our
Okay.
group task.
Unnecessarily, why to increase the work? Why to tie?
Increase the
If
whole
it is
thing.
like
Yes,
working like that simply only. Okay. So then comes the group obstacle race, which is also known as snake race. Anything special
snake race.
happened during the snake race, like you can recall?
Snake race, nothing. It was very usual, but during that large wall, that great wall,
Yeah.
I helped others. I was standing at the last and I helped others. Nothing more. Nothing.
Okay.
A very usual performance.
Okay. Like you were helping others to cross the structures and obstacles. Like
Cross the
you
wall.
mentioned that great wall, single wall that is. Okay. Fine. Then comes the lecturate part. Last task of the day one. How was it? Like what was your topic? How you started? How you organized everything? And how did you prepare for the lecturates in general?
So on day three, we had individual obstacles. Lecture was on.
Okay.
We had individual obstacles on day three.
Okay.
Lecture was on next day. So like I got a half day to prepare.
Okay.
So what I did is I relied more on that international relation part.
Okay.
I had what I thought is if relations international relations came, I'll definitely speak on that. If not, I'll manage with other topics.
Okay. Fine.
So you were telling more about these neighborhood relations, especially
Yeah.
for Jalandhar Board, about this
Yeah.
India,
Yeah.
Sri Lanka, India,
Yeah.
Myanmar, India, Nepal, India,
Yeah.
those neighboring relations. Thankfully, I got India, Sri Lanka. Little bit luck was there.
Hmm.
India, Sri Lanka. I had proper notes for it, and I started with the historical cultural types like Buddhism. Then started with the number of wars because of that LTTD problems and that Tamil problem. Then went with the current affairs thing, influence
Hmm.
of China. Those things I told. Then the recent the Taxitu issue. Those
Hmm.
things I mentioned, and the ferry service.
Okay.
These things I spoke. Nothing more about the poor and all.
Okay. You include all the examples related to the current affairs, what all things going on right now,
Yes,
Sri
sir.
Lanka crisis, Kachativu island issues, and fishermen's and all, everything.
Yes, sir.
Okay, wonderful. So, like, and on the same day, like, they conducted your individual obstacles as well.
Individual
So, how
obstacles.
many individual
Yes, sir.
obstacles you completed?
I did 9.
Nine. Which one you left?
That rope climbing.
Or rope climbing. Okay, okay. It is tough. If you don't have experience and practice, it is tough to climb rope in one go.
Can go.
Okay, fine. So now you have to work hard because in OTA Gaya, they are not going to leave you like that. You have
Believe
to.
me. Yes, sir.
Okay. So then GTO day two comes. In GTO day two, what happens like lecturate is already done. Then comes the command task. Okay. Anything special happened? Like how many people called you for your command task? And is there any grilling during the command task part?
Command task, two people called me and GTO had an interaction with me. He started to tease me. And I
Okay.
told GTO, Ginu, with 11 attempts, you cannot make it. So you have some really some hard personality issues.
Big fault.
You are having some
Uh,
problem, big fault with
uh,
11 attempts. Okay, so what you change and what you believe that you will make it in this attempt, then what you change? I told the same thing. So
hmm,
I had hesitation and I changed it. I improved my confidence and all. I told. Then he told for 11 attempts. We thought the same thing. He was started to tease me,
uh,
and he asked me about my work nature and why I did not choose civil. Those things. I gave reasons for that.
uh.
Then after I started, I got that bomb diffusing task.
Bomb diffusing task. Okay. Okay. So you got that bomb diffusing task like this one, like triangles were there and metal ring is there.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
Actually, I have
Triangle and
uploaded
ring.
that video on YouTube as well.
Same structure.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Same.
And how did you complete that like structure?
That structure initially I tried to use some physical force. Then he told, don't you rather using physical, use
Hmm.
that structure support. So I thought like the idea came. It was easy using that structure and ring. It was easy. Idea came, and he told to explain different way. So instantly idea came. I don't know. It helped a lot. What happened? I don't know. But idea came.
Yeah.
It was easy.
Okay, actually, my last attempt was in TG, like for SSB Jalandhar only, like for TGC entry and same board, 31 SSB, and I got the same bomb task. Like there were one like inverted V structure there, and there were slots where we can fix the ring, and we can get the back support and all these things. Like you got one ring, one T will be there as a helping material and plank and rope and all. Okay. So like any other like he did any grilling during the command task?
Command task he was keep on adding pressure on me.
Okay.
Time was going on. Will it go some commands? That's it. Nothing more. No grilling. He was giving commands. That's it.
Okay. So finally you completed the task from all the three ways.
Okay, only two ways: entering from one side and exiting from other side.
Okay, okay, fine, fine.
Right.
Okay, okay. So this is about command task. Then comes the final group task. Okay, so it is also similar to PGT and all. So is there anything you can recall related to FGT you want to share?
My confidence got increased because of this bomb diffusing. I
Okay.
started to believe that GT will. So because of that full confidence, I did my final group task. I started to lead the group, took the group, and it was smooth. The group was also cooperative. I
Hmm.
showed like if I'm having some idea, I'll express. If I don't have an idea, I'll help the group go with the group. So I showed this kind of personality. So group was with me. So
Okay.
it helped a lot. It
Okay.
was smooth final group task.
Fine. Okay. Then finally, after the three techniques, then comes the conference. And this was your recommendation attempt. So how was the conference and how was it different from the previous conferences?
So conference initial for 3 attempts, I did not have any waiting time. So
Okay.
what I thought is I have given some. I have heard from the other batch students, other batch candidates. They told that in Jalandhar usually you will get waiting time.
Hmm.
So I thought I have given decent performance. So I'll get waiting time.
Okay.
So chess number six were having waiting time. He was really good. He concluded the GPE and he was really good. So he got some waiting time. So I thought, okay, I will also get waiting time. I was waiting for a long waiting time. So what happened? Within 1 minute they called me.
All your emotions, feelings.
So I got emotionally disturbed. Okay, so this time also I'm confident zone.
Don't even
So I am
consider for me discussion.
yes, I don't know waiting time, so I am out. So a well-deserving candidate got waiting time and a long conference, so he will get recommended.
Ah,
So without waiting time, I decided that I am confident zone.
okay.
So with lots and lot of confusion, low self-confidence, I entered the door. I entered inside. I was blinking with all the assessors.
Yeah.
All were blinking at me. I did not wish them.
Oh,
I did a blunder there.
you forgot to wish. Like you're
With
already
this
demoralized.
confusion,
Why they are not
yes.
discussing about me?
So I did not wish them. So I got no something happened. Okay, my emotionally I got down. So all are looking at me. So no good morning, nothing. You don't wish officers.
So like they asked.
They asked me. So
Okay.
okay, I told sir good morning, sir. Okay, with a rude voice he replied, "Can you be a little loud?" Then again now I got it. Okay, good morning, sir. Then I started. He told me, okay, rate yourself. How was your performance throughout 3 days? Then I told sir, as high as possible. I told. So out of 10, how much you will rate? I told 10. So with full confidence, like I did. I know that as per me, I did well. So he asked, okay, then 100% chances that you will get for 100% for sure you will get recommended. Yes, sir. So as per me, I'll get recommended, sir. Okay. Then he asked about stay, regular questions. How do you spend your time? Nothing more. Then they told me to leave.
Okay, so you were having while saying all this thing like I will definitely get recommended. All these things were going on in your mind that there was no waiting period, and now I am saying that I will definitely get recommended. So wonderful. So you were managing your emotions at that
Yes,
time.
at the time, a little bit I switched again to my that confident personality game.
Yeah, you have to show confidence. That's I have self belief. I know that I can deal with these kind of situations. Okay, and how many got recommended from your batch?
Me and other one.
Okay, that the person whom you
Yes, sir, called long.
nominated for the GP solution.
Yes, sir. He
Okay,
got
only
recommended.
only two got recommended from your batch.
Only two. Yes, sir. Only two.
Okay, okay. So just let's at last let's talk about your feelings and emotions. What was going in your mind once you heard your chest number from the officer?
So when I heard it was like dream, I decided that I got myself. I told okay, this not a roughly got conference out. We would have messed up in psych only. I had these kind of thoughts because interview and this was that okay, fine. Now we'll change my psych and we'll practice. I was
You were
telling
rejecting
myself.
yourself before the result only.
Yes, yes. Because all were I know that I have messed up in conference.
Uh,
So I have no now the problem is where to improve. I started to fear on that.
Now you
So
were
all
preparing for
started
your
to
next attempt in
next
conference, waiting for the result.
then all started to have Ginu, you what you did is really good. But your psych must not be good. So go change that psych. Those things are there. And all started to tell that no, wishing an officer is a basic quality. All started to grill on
You
that.
don't know that you have to do that. You made a big
Yes,
blunder.
yes,
Next time,
yes, yes.
remember.
These things are happening. And finally, when I heard that chest number, I know that my batchmate will get recommended because he was good.
Hmm,
And then I heard eight. So again, okay, they are going to recommend more people. I thought like that because they recommended me, and again, okay, so bunch of people will get recommended.
hmm.
Then they told, okay, two of them, that's it. They closed the file. Then I thought, okay, am I really good? Out of
Out of 24,
people,
only
only
two
two,
got
but
recommended.
two.
I am the one.
Then emotions were different.
Yeah.
For around 15 to 20 minutes, I was in excited state.
Okay, you were thinking what is going on here?
Uh, Eight were again and again hearing in my ears. Eight,
Okay.
eight.
Great. Yeah, finally your chest number was called after 11
Yes,
attempts.
11 attempts.
And now you are ready to join the academy, Officer Training
Yes, sir.
Academy Gaya. So finally, Gino, you made it, and all the very best for your training at the academy. Anything you want to suggest other fellow aspirants they should take care while attending the SSBs in general?
In general, SSB, it is only in while attending SSB, it is about all about your personality. So every candidates will be, they will be having some good personalities. In the 5 days, are you able to show that good personality to the assessors? That
Okay.
is the most important point. Because you might get screened out, you might get conference out. That is because you are not good at that time.
Yeah.
At the time of testing, you are not good. You are not able to express your good side. So when you change that, you will get recommended. So nothing about this is
Oh,
something you should change in
yeah.
SSB.
Okay. So before this attempt, you got consecutively screen outs anytime.
Yes, consecutive keynotes were there.
What was your law continuous screen outs record?
Continuous five keynotes.
You got 5 times screened out consecutively.
Yes.
What kept you motivated to join the forces even after 5 consecutive screen outs?
I believe that okay, I'll wait for a conference. If I get a chance of conference, I cannot take risk on that.
Hmm.
Definitely, I'll make it. So after 6 to 10 attempts, those keynote 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 keynote. 11th attempt, I had my AFSB conference. So I did my best and I improved a lot comparing with my fifth attempt. My second conference, my third conference was eventually really good. So
Okay.
I believe that with some changes in next conference, I can make it.
Okay.
So I made it in that next conference.
Great, Chinu. Thanks for sharing your experience. I hope people will get a lot of help from your experience and they will learn a lot and they will implement these learnings and they will also meet you in the academy. Okay. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thanks a lot for watching this video. I hope you like this video. Do share it with your friends. And Jai Hind, Vande Mataram. मिलते हैं आपसे next video में.